Blessings, 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 blessings be unto you. This is Mercedes Warwick, and welcome to the Spirituality of Cancer. I wanted to talk with you today on two things. It's going to be two separate videos. The first is, which is on this video, is just understanding the existence and understanding the aspects of the existence and how the different laws of our spirituality and of our dual plane can, when we have those understandings, we can then apply it to our physical regeneration and healing. One of the things that I discovered, and I belong to a Tuesday group at a spiritual center, and one of the elders said, things do not happen to me, I happen to things. And that little shift has made a huge difference in the way that I have approached existing or living with cancer. It really made a big difference. I'll just leave it at that. And so in the law of cause and effect, the law of attraction, when you're going through something like that is life-threatening and living-threatening, you would be sitting here, I would be sitting there going, now how did I attract this into my life? But I've always had, almost from day one, I just knew that this experience was here to teach me something, that there was something that I was supposed to garner and glean from going through this experience with cancer. So I never really had the attitude that I was going to die or that I was fighting cancer or anything like that, because I just thought that there was a reason. Like in my family, I would have been voted the least likely to be going through anything even remotely close to being ill, let alone something that was life-threatening. And sort of invading my body as well. That was the other thing, because I've been pretty good in my life as far as setting physical boundaries, physical space, understanding my body, all of these things. So the cancer diagnosis was just sort of out of left field from, for me and for the people that were around me. So I began to seek or to ask that the blessings and the lessons be revealed to me as I walk through this journey. And one of the biggest ones was understanding the laws. So in the space that we exist in as form, we say we're spiritual being, living in this physical form, living a physical existence, but let's break that down. I'm an energetic spiritual being that is, depending on your belief system, either encased within this form. I happen to believe that it is all the same energy. It's just that in order to be form, pieces of me are vibrating at a slower rate so it can become dense and come into form. Ice becomes ice because it can't be water, because it needs to come into form at certain temperatures. In a certain environment, ice becomes ice. In a certain environment, that same water becomes mist. Right? So it's the same thing with the body and the energy of the body. And so what I came into realization of was that the laws, in order to exist or survive or be as form, just to physically be here in order to live, there had to be certain laws in effect. And so I'll give you a great example that came to me was gravity. The law of gravity on Earth is not the same as the law of gravity in space. There is no gravity in space, right? So there's things that exist in those different aspects of the one existence, because we exist in space. There is space and we can see it, we know it, we explore it. And then there's this existence on Earth and we're living it, we explore it, and we're in it, right? And so when I shifted from how did I attract this to me because of the law of cause and effect to I am cause, I am the cause, I am the cause, I am the energy, right? I am the energy and I happen to Cancer. Cancer is not happening to me. I'm going to say that one more time. Regardless of the philosophy, regardless of your belief system, regardless of your your education, okay? The shift was I happen to Cancer. The energetic force that I am is being applied to Cancer. I am cause. I'm not the effect. The effect means that something happened and this was the result of that thing happening. Right? So the result of Cancer being in my body has been life. It's been spiritual expansion. It has been the blessing of compassion, observation, and awareness. It has been a very, one of the blessings is a very sensitized awareness of the energy of life, of God, of source, of existence. And I had an awareness of the different planes of existence, but now I know that I can be in the different planes of existence in order to support my living in this dualistic place. So yes, in I am the cause, I am the energy, I am the form of that energy, and I know that when this energy is due to transmute or transform or shape shift into another dimension or another plane of existence, that this body may stop vibrating at its current rate, and that the energized force that I am will then be in another plane, because energy does not die, it's not destroyed, it just transmutes and shifts and continues to live. So you'll hear me say, I live until I live eternally. Okay? So that, the main thing that I want you to get out of this particular video is, what is the perspective shift that you'd like to give energy and life to as you are moving through an experience called Cancer? And when I'm in a in meditation, what this did, it also created an awareness that I don't go anywhere in meditation. I'm existing, but I have an awareness of a different point of existence or a different dimension of existence. But I haven't physically gone into this physical space, because this is when we say it all exists in one. We can exist in multi-dimensional living. The multi-dimensional living is happening as we exist here in this dualistic plane called Earth. Okay? So there might have been a lot there, but it's very, very important, because as I start speaking, as I will, about what do I do when I can't sleep at night, and I start talking about it, I go into my energized, the aspect of the energized form that I am. I may say I go into the aspect of the mental form that I am. Revealed to me when I'm in that space of asking for revelation. I'm in the mentality, the unified space, the law of mentalism, the law of oneness. I then I go into my mind to merge and meld into the one mind, so that I can ask the revealing to come forward. So when I first started my spiritual journey and I was going into the laws, as a matter of fact, some of my earlier videos was talking about all the different laws and how important it was to understand correspondence and mentalism, as above so below, that there's gender and all things, and all of these very principled, unchanging forces that we live in, just like the force of gravity, the power, the force of gravity, the frequency of gravity. It was very important, but the piece I was missing in those days was that in this plane, those laws exist. So in the spiritual plane, in the energized plane, in the frequency of God as all, what principle, what laws, what unchanging happens in that plane. And the laws that apply to as we're living our earthly walk is still the one law. It's just that in this plane, that is how it is expressed. So we experience, we express, we experience, we express, and we exist. Okay? All right. That is enough for now. Thank you so much for being here. Blessings, 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 blessings beyond to you. Hermano Nieshke now. We love you very deeply. Namaste. I'll do it this way.